Hey guys, and welcome to the show Maraha, and today we're going to look at the Saucony Endorphin Speed 2 out of box half marathon for the first run. So I picked up the Speed 2 last week. I was racing a half marathon last Sunday and was going to use the Endorphin Pro, but because I got this unexpectedly, I didn't expect to get it for another couple of days. I was a little bit excited and I said, okay, let's race the race in this guy and see what happens. Now, it would have been my very first run in the shoe. Now, they'd always recommend you should run maybe 5-6 miles in a shoe first time just to break it in. But these days, that's not really the case. Most shoes shouldn't have to break them in. They should be ready to run. And Saucony, anyway, for me, will be a ready to run brand. Any Sauconys I have ever had, even outside the Endorphin range, have always been ready to run shoes. So the morning of the race was the very first time I actually ran in the shoe. I have ran in the Pro. Basically, it's the same shoe. The only difference is the carbon plate in the Pro and the nylon plate in the Speed. So I did a short warm-up of maybe 1.5, 2 miles, just easy jogging, getting ready for the race. As it was my first time running that distance in one of the Endorphin range shoes, I decided to go with the Speed rather than the Pro. As you can see, there's a bit more cushion and comfort built into the Speed compared to the Pro, so that's what kind of swayed me, considering I hadn't ran that far in either of these shoes before. So the race started and I took off at what I thought was a steady pace because it was my first proper race in about a year and a half, and I'm not quite as fit as I'd like to be. I was quite cautious in the race, so I took off, and the first 2k were basically uphill. I ran the first 2k at an average about 6:15 pace, and it really didn't feel like I was trying or putting the effort in to run that pace. So the first 2k up a country road was I wouldn't say effortless, but pretty much like, didn't notice the hills. Just tipping along nicely, really nice feel to the shoe. So as you can see on the outsole, they have strategically placed what they call carbonized rubber. It's hard wearing rubber, but it gives great grip, and I had absolutely no issues at all whatsoever in the race with the grip from the shoe. The next part of the race then was a 10k stretch on the N2, which is a national road, which is a pretty big road, wide enough hard shoulder, which are basically running in a straight line for 10k. You can see pretty far ahead of you, which is, some people like that, some people don't. I don't really mind it. I just kind of concentrate on maybe 10-15 meters in front of me, just checking out what the roadway is like, what the quality of the roadway is like. But it was extremely important in regards to the way these shoes work. So when there was fresh tarmac and it was lovely and smooth and in good condition, you could actually feel the shoe working even better for you than when the road was a little bit worn. Going uphill, unbelievable. Any hills at all. Now, revert back to the first 2k where it was all uphill. Not all uphill, but pretty much uphill. Same on the N2. Any of those rolls up and down, when you were going uphill or downhill, the shoe really kicked in. So on the uphills, it just sprung you up the hill. Not effortless, but really helped you with the hills. And then on the downhills, with the speed roll design off the toe, you could really feel the shoe not flinging you forward, but really encouraging you off your toe to zip down the hills. Now, obviously on the flat, the shoe works really well as well. But I really noticed it again later in the race, in the last 2 or 3 miles, and I was really fatigued. Whenever there was a hill, I wasn't worried. Have to say, I was extremely happy with how the shoe performed. Previous assessments, I was looking at a 10 to 15 second improvement just with the shoe. Definitely at least 10 seconds a mile, just going off my training. As you can see me here after the race, a little bit of that fuzzy brain, trying to figure out my watch and what have you. I ran 85:30, which I was really happy with. Anything under 90, that was the target. So far exceeded what I was hoping to run, and I would put that down to the shoe. The other aspect would be then that I ran 13.1 miles of a race, and had zero hot spots in the shoe. Absolutely no chafing at all whatsoever. For me, you can't really get better than that. Shoe performs, doesn't cause you any problems. That's exactly what you want with a race day shoe. What you want in really any shoe, but particularly a race day shoe where you're going to be trying to run maybe a PB or to place somewhere in a race. Now, me going forward, I'm going to continue to test these shoes. I have more races lined up, and I'm going to continue to really delve in and see what difference it makes to my own performance and give you guys the feedback. Thanks very much, guys. Take care, and we'll see you soon.